Hi, this is Mike Morin at Best Practice Energy. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Client Strategy. Today we're here to talk to you about managing your capacity costs. First, I'd like to do a little refresher about capacity. What is it? It's the ability to produce electricity, but not any actual power itself. This is a fixed cost based on the market price and how much each customer needs to buy, and this amount changes every June 1st. The way the suppliers price this is they take your capacity tag, that's the amount of capacity you need based on your peak load, and in PJM that's referred to as PLC or peak load contribution. They multiply it by a reserve margin, that's a little extra capacity that you're forced to buy to make sure that the grid runs reliably. In New England, that extra could be 40, 50, 55%. In PJM in New York, 10, 15% typically. Once they get that quantity, they multiply it by the price, and then they divide it by your expected usage. That's how the suppliers make the calculation when they quote you a fixed price or a capacity included adder. So going back to that equation, we can see that if we lower the capacity tag or the PLC, we're going to lower our dollar per kilowatt hour quotes. And lowering the PLC or the cap tag means you're reducing usage during the peak hours. England and New York, you've got to get 1 hour right when those two regions hit their maximum load. In Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, New Jersey, other regions in the PJM area, you need to do it 5 times potentially. That doesn't mean you can't do it once or twice, you still get some benefit, but that's one big difference between how the two markets work. This will then in turn reduce your cost to supply you. Now you can capture these benefits if you have the right contract structure in place. I've seen plenty of companies run around curtailing load because some consultant told them to do so, and they don't have the right contract in place. So all they did was line the pockets of their supplier. So we want to make sure that if you want to participate in this, you get the benefits of this. I will point out that there is a lag between the performance when you curtail load and when you achieve the cost reduction. Your capacity tags, your PLCs are reset every June 1st. So if you curtail this summer, then the following June, you will see the savings. Again, if you have the right contract in place. Now, I've talked to many folks over the years, and the most common reaction I get is, we can't curtail load for whatever reason. So I encourage you, before you dismiss this concept out of hand, is to ask yourself 3 questions. If there was an emergency, could you shed load? What are the costs to do so? And what benefits would you get if you did? Those are 3 questions I encourage everyone to ask. Now, the next question is, have you ever done the cost-benefit analysis, or have you had somebody do a cost-benefit analysis for you? Everything is a trade-off. There are rewards for this, and there are costs to doing this. You want to make sure you have the right balance so you can make the right decision. Once you get through those questions, let's talk a little bit about how you go about doing this. Some of the most common methods for curtailing load: shutting down your manufacturing plant. In office settings, colleges, and so on and so forth, raising temperature set points for a couple hours could be very effective. Shift delays. We have a number of clients that run a third shift that comes in around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They will delay that till 5 or 6 o'clock. Again, once you've determined that this is the right benefit for you and it's worth the cost, then we can help you implement a plan. And then lastly, reducing lighting. Turning off unneeded lights can also be beneficial. Obviously, using all 4 of these would be the best, but we want to make sure you achieve what you can comfortably without disrupting your operations. Make sure you achieve the right balance between risk and reward. But lastly, and I can't stress this enough, of all the folks I've worked with, there are 2 elements to success. Those that have a plan going into this, they're just not doing it at the last minute, and those that have organizational buy-in. A CFO of a company may say, I want the dollars, but the VP of manufacturing will say, I don't want the headaches. It's important to generate consensus and buy-in from all the functional groups that would be impacted by this to ensure success and to ensure improving your bottom line. We can help with that. The benefits can be significant. The capacity cost component is a very large component in most regions of the country. It's not uncommon for a good-sized manufacturer to cut these costs 50, 60, 70%. We've even seen one case where our client cut this cost component by 97%. What makes best practice different when it comes to this service? Well, we're client-focused. We recognize that curtailing load differs across organizations. We even know that it differs within an organization, but at different plants. Some plants are busier than others. Some have peculiarities to the manufacturing processes where it's more difficult. But we recognize those differences and we work with you. Our number one priority is being focused on reducing the downtime. Less downtime for you means more product that's produced, less disruption maybe in your operation. And we do that by being very careful when we request that you curtail load. We do less days and less hours, a lot less. We will help you with the cost-benefit analysis. It's very easy to say, yes, let's curtail load, or no, I can't. We encourage everyone to put the thought, make sure you have the information to make the right decision for your business. We can do that for you. And then lastly, as I mentioned, get the organizational buy-in. This process of committing to curtail load, it doesn't start with a commitment. It starts with a conversation, a dialogue. Let's talk about it and see if it's going to work. If you want to find out more about capacity management or any other topic, please reach out to us at bpe@bestpracticeenergy.com. Thank you.